Now, I'm not too familiar with DaBaby. I really only found out about DaBaby when he was dating Danny Lay and that whole thing popped up with them and they was on IG Live and he kicked her out the house with DaBaby and all that. I know he had got canceled that one time by the LGBT community. He said what he said on the stage and the community was not feeling him, and we all know when you talk about the LGBT community, baby, they gonna ride and ride together. Now that is one community that will stick together. You hear me? They will stick together. People are saying he done had a comeback here. He got popped that thing, let it clap. Now I do know that song. People are saying this is his comeback year, right? He's on tour right now, so this may be his comeback year. But some people are saying, all right now, DaBaby, we starting to let you come back in, but you might get canceled again. Now, clips have been circulating about DaBaby walking through this club, and then this artist comes up to him trying to hand him a portrait that he made of two of DaBaby's children, two of his girls. DaBaby glanced at it and then went on about his business. He didn't acknowledge the artist, and people are feeling a little way about it. Now, you have some people who are on DaBaby side. You got some people who are on the artist side. Now, the artist is, I think it's B White Creations. If you go to his page, he does paintings for different celebrities. Okay, I've seen a few he does, so it wasn't like he particularly, pointed DaBaby out per se. Like he does this. He paints for different, celebrities and whatnot. But some people ain't feeling that. They don't care. These is my kids. What is you doing painting my kids? And particularly it's the girls. He didn't paint his son. He did the girls. And so when an older man is, and little girls are involved, people gonna think a certain type of way. I want y'all to look at these clips and I want y'all to tell me, do you feel if DaBaby was in the wrong? Was he overreacting? Or was the artist just simply trying to show love and it wasn't, meant to be anything other than that?
And to the nigga who painted DaBaby's daughters, I'm so sorry, but you really did not think that shit through. Like, come on now, my boy. You ain't no personnel by now, bitch. You wanna know how DaBaby act? You really thought he was gonna be flattered about some shit like that? Now, I could understand if it was like a family portrait, right? If it was like him and then his daughters, I probably coulda. Give me the benefit of the doubt. But just his daughters, you don't think he gonna look at you like you a creep? Like, he like, why you painting my daughters, bitch? Because you lucky he ain't say nothing, actually. You actually lucky to do anything. Because he just got a good graces back with the audience, with the publics and shit like that, after, getting kicked out of the motherfucking, celebrity of likableness circles. But it's like, damn, like, personally, me, I understand both sides, which I understand why the fuck DaBaby was like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. And I also can understand why you did it, because you're trying to get your artwork out there, and you thought because he loves his daughters, he's such, a daddy, a parent, he like to show off, he's a family man. You thought he was gonna appreciate it, and, his art and shit like that, but no, bitch, you have to think, like, can we try? Like, socially, it's not acceptable. You're a grown-ass man. I could understand if you was probably a woman, probably even younger. If you were a younger woman, and then you're black, so if you were a younger black woman, probably he would have gave you the benefit of the doubt, probably. And I'm still saying probably, because the situation is peculiar. Because just imagine an adult painting children he do not know to present to the parent. A lot of people is weird nowadays. You have to remember that. Be mindful of that. People are weird and they are PDFs. So it's like you have to remember all those thoughts is going to come to people's heads when it comes to their children. And people's very protective of their children. You a stranger. It's like, I understand you wanted to get your work out there and you thought it was going to be something sentimental, but it didn't go that way. But yeah, I can understand why the fuck DaBaby reacted how he did. And I can also understand why you did what you did if you're not a weirdo. But it's like the way your face was when he did what he did, it's like you didn't expect him to reject the offer. So it's like, I understand both sides. But I'm mainly going to lead towards DaBaby side. It's like, bitch, why the fuck you paying my daughters? Is you cool? Or last option, he could have just thought it was ugly. That's the last option. I don't want to go with that option now. I'm trying to be nice. I didn't even fully see it. All of us barely even seen it. But he possibly could have just thought it was ugly. He like, nigga, them don't look like my fucking daughters. You tried it and you tried.
I know we on this cancel DaBaby train, whatever, but I might be alone in this. I don't think DaBaby was wrong. I don't think he was wrong at all. That man was weird because that man don't know that man babies. Matter of fact, let's just flip it, because nobody ever understands until you flip it on them. What would you do if a random stranger comes up to you with a painting of your kids. You've never met this person a day in your life, but this person took time out to make a painting of your kids. You didn't ask them to do that. They just randomly did it. And this person is online looking at your child pictures. Yeah, your kid is the celebrity. Your kid is not the famous one. You are. I know the kid's famous, process through you, all that other stuff. I don't care if that comes with the person being famous. That shit is still fucking weird.
And this may be like unpopular opinion. Like I'm with DaBaby when it come down to it. Like with them kids, I'm with him. Like yeah, he a celebrity, but picture it though. Would y'all want a random man you ain't never met in your life? Like let's just say I'm sorry, this lash is taking me out. Like a random man. Let's just say you work in a grocery store and one of your regulars come in and he just paints a picture of your kids. And you're not in the picture. I'm not mad. I see both. Like, yeah, it was a kind gesture, but it's just like I see both sides of the situation. Don't paint my kids. Don't even take pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. And like that's why some celebrities keep their kids out the limelight because of stuff like this. Like, and then all the mouth and the drama. Y'all talk too damn much. Y'all talk too much. Y'all some mouthy motherfuckers. But hey, we the public, so we supposed to be. Fuck it.
I can hear now.
That's awesome. That sucks. Okay, so the other day, DaBaby ran into an artist that drew both of his kids on a poster when he came to a club and tried to show it to him. DaBaby looked at it and walked away from it. Let's talk about, both sides. DaBaby, I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. You need to at least try to find some type of way to get looked at publicly, in a positive way in the public eye. Your album it's already not doing too well. You got like only 2 songs popping. I feel like if you would even show some type of love to the picture, you know what I'm saying? It would have at least gave some type of attention to you in a good way. But now to the artist, understanding where you was coming from, it was a very beautiful picture, you know what I'm saying? It took a lot of hard work, and I know it took a lot of time to do it. But you gotta remember, my nigga, we are in a very, 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 very sensitive time of day. Everybody in the world that made the world awkward and hard to live in. So anything that includes a child or a girl, anyways, anyway, anyhow, is weird. We got the word pedo being thrown around like it's just a goddamn, a metaphor word. You know what I'm saying? Like the word pedo is getting tied to anything now. If you was a 35-year-old man and you liked a damn 5-year-old girl's picture now, you're looked at as a pedophile. Like, yeah, nigga, it's that bad. Literally that bad. So, yes. But, otherwise, I don't feel like it should have been, treated the way it was treated. But I feel like, but between both sides, it was a double standard to it. I feel like DaBaby could have came to him and said, I love the picture. But next time, just keep the pictures of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about my baby girls, this, that, and the other. I give you like $200 for it, though, because I enjoy your work. But I don't really play about my kids. So next time, if you do decide to make some type of picture, try and make a picture of me. Keep it just me. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the love, though. You see how we treated?
Okay, first of all, no tea, no shade. But let me just break a few things down. I have constantly been seeing this video of this up-and-coming artist, Be White Creations, I think is his name on TikTok, presenting DaBaby with a photo of his daughters in a nightclub or whatever, and DaBaby kind of walking by rudely, rejecting it, and not even acknowledging the picture or whatever. And I can't help but be bothered by the fact that how swiftly evil, nonsense, negativity, and the devil moves. I'm reading through the comments and people are saying, oh, people are weird these days, you got to be careful. Oh, he could be a creep. Oh, that man don't like nobody doing anything pertaining to his kids. Okay, so here's where my concern come in at. Out of all the things that you could have gotten out of that video, one very important thing being that it is very and extremely rude to not acknowledge someone, especially someone who feels like they are doing something out of the kindness of their heart. How did y'all skip right past that and go to all of the negative things? For one, DaBaby is not the first artist who have been presented or received a painting from this guy. And he won't be the last. Okay, so I heard DaBaby's video, and I agree. You don't like people doing or anything that pertains to your daughters. That is understandable. However, here's where my opinion come in at. We don't know you on a personal level. We don't know how you feel, how you think, none of that. Yeah, we do know that you love your kids, but that doesn't further negate him painting a picture. He painted the picture because he knows that you love your kids. Everything does not have to be seen in a negative light. With that being said, you did not have to receive or accept the photo. It took 0.5 seconds to be nice, generous, and kind and just reject it. To acknowledge and reject. That's where my issue stands. And I don't like it. And I don't like him. And I don't like how cocky and rude he comes off. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I do appreciate the fact that he's an overprotective dad and he loves his daughters. But him as a person, he seemed like he has a very dark spirit over him. And I just don't like it from just the things that I have seen. Because you could have, literally, first impressions are literally everything. It took 5 seconds for you to pull that man to the side and say, hey, I appreciate this, but I don't like when people do things for my daughter. The fact that he had to figure that out on the internet when you made a video, when you looked this man dead in his fucking face, rolled your eyes and kept walking. This is the reason why y'all need to stop idolizing these celebrities, because they are y'all talking about he could be evil. That's evil within itself. Anyways, but who am I?
You disappointed me. You disappointed me.
I don't like when y'all get on this app and act like y'all just be doing everything right. That man presented DaBaby a portrait, a painting of just his 2 little girls. DaBaby reacted in a way that nobody liked, because y'all already don't like DaBaby, because y'all already don't like him. Of course y'all gonna deem what he did wrong. But if you have kids, you turn around to an artist painting your children, you're not in the photo. You don't think that's fucking weird? And then I go on the artist page to see if he's done other artists like that. No. The other artists are in the paintings with their children. It's not just their fucking children, or it's just the artist in the painting. So if you was to present a painting of just my son and I did not commission you to do that painting, I'm gonna think you're fucking weird. But y'all already don't like DaBaby, so y'all just gonna think everything he fucking do is wrong. That man wasn't wrong. Do it cost $0 to be nice? Yes. Could he have maybe acknowledged it and be like, yeah, this ain't it, brother, I don't like this? Yes, but y'all still wouldn't have liked it. Y'all still wouldn't have liked it because he could have accepted the photo. Y'all still wouldn't have fucking liked it. That's fucking weird to paint somebody's kids and they ain't in the fucking painting. You 2 little girls. It's weird.
A guy made a portrait of DaBaby's kids and then showed DaBaby as he was walking by, and DaBaby was like, people are like, I thought it was a sweet gesture. Tell me you don't have kids without telling me you don't have kids. He ain't cussed the dude out. He ain't put hands on the dude. He ain't threatened the dude with life. He just ignored him. By my estimation, that's the best case scenario. I used to post my kids so much, especially when it was little. But dog, even in the last 2 years, social media has gotten so cutthroat in how they move. Everything is getting just looser and looser and more wild and more wild. People are willing to talk about dead relatives. People are willing to talk about spouses. And now we're at the point where people are full, with their whole chest. They'll talk about your kids, or they'll post your kids, or they'll use your kids in making a point where your kids had nothing to do with the situation. I remember Shaquille got into it with somebody on here. And Shaquille was one of them people who was like, I don't post my daughter. I don't have my daughter on the internet. Whatever controversy was going on had nothing to do with kids. Swear to you, it had nothing to do with kids. This person posted shit, went in his Facebook and like posted him back in the day with his baby. Oh my God. And the worst part about it is everybody was in the comment section like, gloves are off. Y'all don't know how close y'all be to death. You can't mention my kids without me having a forever grudge against you. You bring up them kids when they motherfucker wasn't saying nothing about no kids. We was having a random look. You bring up the kids for anything, like for anything. You bring them kids up. Oh, you talking about my kids? Oh, okay. In real life, I'll open hand slap you in your face. I am anti-violent. No matter who it is, you bring up them kids, boy, y'all playing with y'all. I don't know what y'all don't know. I could be into it with somebody. It doesn't even cross my mind to speak about their children. Because that shit, even a woman like, dog, that women turn on that mama bear shit, it's up for you. It's up for you. You say something about that woman kids, nigga, you.
So the artist that gave DaBaby that picture of his 2 daughters outside the nightclub, I would have loved it, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, if I really didn't want it, I'd have told him, thank you, brother. It's an amazing picture, but I'm just not gonna take it home with me. But thank you so much. It's beautiful, bro. How DaBaby reacted is not the issue initially. But when he took to social media and started just going in, oh, why you looking at my daughters like that? Grown ass man. Bro, he made a kind gesture to you. Now, I like to consider myself someone who makes family content. I post me and my daughters in jiu-jitsu, our journey throughout combat sports and our connection. I get it. Not everybody posts their children. That's 100% fine. I choose to. Other people choose to. That's your choice. They're your children. Lots of people come up to me and they're like, brother, we love your kids. We love the connection you guys have with them. You guys are what we aspire to be. Why we got into jiu-jitsu, why we got into wrestling, everything why we post our content. But that artist probably heard that DaBaby was going to be at the nightclub at X, Y, and Z on this time. He said, damn, this is the only opportunity I'm ever going to have to give an artist that I love so much something that he loves so much. Once again, how DaBaby initially reacted to it, perfectly fine. But when he took to social media and just started dogging the dude low-key.
Black people, y'all really make my itch. So y'all mad at DaBaby. Talking about he rude. He could have handled it differently. And all this stuff regarding this grown man sitting his behind down, taking the time to paint a picture of nobody and nobody but his daughters. Oh, honey, but if you let the people get on this dang on app and they talk about them Epstein victims, then all of a sudden the black people want justice. What? Y'all want justice. But when a black father, I said it, a black father is standing up for his daughters, bruh, you a grown man. What you sitting here painting a picture of my daughters, nothing and nobody but my daughters, and think you gonna present it to me in the middle of the night outside a club like I'm supposed to be happy or something? I don't care if you don't understand where DaBaby is coming from or not in regards to how he's standing for the situation. The fact that he's standing for his daughters is all it's supposed to matter. That's it. That is it. That's the only thing that's supposed to matter. But you're so selective when it comes to what girls we protect. Very selective. Because why is it a problem with this man protecting his daughters? He don't know that man. Why are you sitting here fantasizing or thinking about my kids to the point where you want to sit down and paint a picture of my kid? You don't even know me. You don't know nothing about me. But you want to paint a picture of my daughters and all this stuff that's going on in this world? And who's the primary person? I almost said target, but who's the primary person that targets black girls? That's the reason why I say.
Let's be real. DaBaby just thought the painting that B. White drew was an ugly representation of his kids. If the painting was a resemblance of his kids in a way that he thought was presentable, he would have accepted it. If Picasso, Michelangelo, Grandma Moses, if any known figure would have walked up to DaBaby and gave him a painting of his kids, he wouldn't have said it was weird, predatory behavior. He would have accepted it and have been, admired. He didn't even have a clue who B. White was. I'm not arguing what a man think is right or wrong for, the representation for his kids or him protecting his kids. But would have been weird if this dude didn't do this as a career, let alone being known for doing it. He's done this for every celebrity you can think of. Mariah the Scientist, Kanye West, Meek Mills, like all these rappers, every time they come through Dallas, he always giving them a painting. This nigga ain't painted at all, and then just all of a sudden drew a picture of my kid. Yeah, nigga, you tweet. Get that shit out of here type shit. This man admires and look up to these artists that he's giving these paintings to, and he try to paint something that's going to be very sentimental to the person. I forgot what artist it was, but one artist, they mama passed away. He drew a painting of her. You express in your music that you had a close relationship with your grandmother or something. He wouldn't paint you, your kids, nothing. He'll paint your grandmother because he knew she had a special place in your heart. I get it, though. You can't tell nobody how to feel about however they feel in that situation if they think you being offensive towards their child. But I honestly believe DaBaby just took what the comments and what the internet was saying, then said it in the video. Further pushed the narrative that the dude was creepy or that's weird. Because the internet, y'all pick and choose who y'all call weird and all that, this, that, and third. This is what this man do for a living. Trying to make you feel good. If Picasso, Michelangelo, it's highly likely that if that was a known artist, DaBaby would have accepted those paintings with honor. Maybe thought this man was just a regular ass nigga just sitting around drawing his kids. And like I say, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell a man how to be a parent. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I do believe some people will not man up and say when they're wrong, and they'll just try to save face. Going further down the rabbit hole, that was some creepy shit. Then with the internet, you can't hide from nothing. Cameras everywhere, people recording you. It's either you backtrack, retract where you was going with it, or you stand 10 toes even firmer on what you were saying the first time. He'll go deeper into the narrative that the dude was creepy. Even if he wholeheartedly don't believe that, he just already stepped into it, already looked bad in the public eye for just turning down somebody that was coming to you generously, that looked up and admired you and spent time to present you something for free that represented your family, your loved ones. You already know.
And I just want to say, I never really liked DaBaby. I just never really liked DaBaby. I ain't really into his music. I remember he was coming through Fort Worth. And the reason I ain't never liked DaBaby, because I first seen a nigga in Austin, Texas, walking around naked with a pamper on as a grown man. So I don't like a grown man with the name DaBaby, no way. But the guy who drew the picture for him is my second cousin. His name is B. White. He runs an art studio called B. White Creations. Very reputable guy. Every celebrity, and I mean every celebrity who have come through the Dallas-Fort Worth area, B. White Creations have drawn a picture for. He's very popular. He's drawn pictures for everybody. He don't ask for no money. He does this, and he's very creative. He does this on wood. So he does this on wood. So he's drawn this for me. He draw this on wood canvas. So he draws this on wood canvas. He draws this on wood canvas. BWhiteCreations.com. So this just not no pervert guy. This just not no pervert guy that's drawing pictures of DaBaby's daughter. This is a guy who, if he admire you, he's drawn pictures for everybody. He's drawn this for me. He's drawing a picture of me and my kids right now. He's drawing a picture of my daughter. He drew pictures of my wife. He drew pictures of my girlfriends. So this guy does a lot of art. So for DaBaby to get on there, man, I don't want no nigga, you post your kids. You brag about mistreating women for your daughters to hear. Now, man, these niggas just come up with all. See, the rap niggas suck each other dick. And I wish I would see any one of these bitch ass niggas try. That's why I can't wait. I be waiting for one of these hoe ass niggas to confront me. See, these rap niggas suck each other dick. Let me just say this. Nigga, when God put us in this position, all the man did was, out of gratitude, admiration, respect, and love, brought a picture to you. And because God done lifted you up, these people look up to you, they admire you, and sometimes they idolize us. They idolize us so much where they want to draw things for us and give us something. The Bible says if you give a prophet a cup of water. So if a man respects you, he admires you, he sees you in a prophet kind of realm. Nigga come to give you a gift out of love, admiration, and respect, and you reject the nigga with accusations of, man, he pervert. Nah, my nigga, let me show you something what this brother done.
All right, y'all, let's get right back to this the baby situation with this damn dude with the painting, right? So now the dude that posted the painting on the goddamn internet, and that's what the baby had to say. Literally, the first run-in was a warning. He gave you the cold shoulder. He ignored you. That was a warning, bro. Why would you go post it online? I understand you trying to explain yourself, get your rocks off, but come on, bro. You put the man kids online after he pretty much just told you he don't play about his kids. Just go be great. Just go finish drawing, bro. Why you gotta try to get clout online? Now he done threatened you, and you know how the baby is. You know how he is. He done showed us, bro. He done showed us. The nigga don't play. So he say when God put him back in front of you, he gonna show you why you should have just went on about your business, bro. And I feel bad for you if he see you again. Hopefully it turns out in your favor. Hopefully don't nothing go down. You take the damn painting down and go on about your day, bro. It ain't work. It ain't working. Just take the painting down, bro.
I don't feel like DaBaby is wrong for how he feels about B. White, the artist, painting his daughters. And it's not that I feel like B. White has bad intentions at all. I feel like he tried to do something special that would stand out. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of creepy ass men out here. And like DaBaby said, he don't want a man discussing his daughters, taking pictures of his daughters, or painting his daughters. And with the world that we live in, baby, I have to agree. You have to be super cautious when it comes to your children. Now, I think it's great what B. White is doing to get his stuff out there. Like I said, I don't feel like he had bad intentions at all. I think he's just on his hustle. But everybody reacts to things different. And people are super protective over their kids. Look what's going on out here. At the end of the day, I don't feel like either one of them actually deserve backlash. I just feel like it needs to be a learning lesson for the artist. And I don't feel like DaBaby needs to change any way that he acted as far as this situation. He could have cussed dude out. We know DaBaby gets reckless. He didn't do none of it. He looked at that picture and he kept it moving because that ain't what he was feeling. It was his daughters in the pictures, and nigga, I don't even know you.
Now, you don't know that he done already put somebody in the ground, right? Or at least injured them in reference to his issues with them. Why would you, after the picture is rejected, why would you then go post it online as if that was going to get you the reaction you wanted? I used to like DaBaby. I fell off from DaBaby. So it kind of pains me to agree with him, but I agree with him. Why would you bring me a picture of my daughters to the club painted? If you wanted to get your work recognized and have me involved in it, DaBaby, do you know me? You know how I feel about my kids. Why didn't you paint him? That's what why did you pick to choose to paint the children? DaBaby got plenty of pictures. You could have painted him with a big booty bit from a video. You could have painted one of his profile pics. You could have painted one of his promotion pictures. Why did you choose to paint his girls? Don't he got a son too? If I'm not mistaken. So why is it feels, and I'm sorry, and I know when it comes to children, we should look at everything as creepy and then come back to the middle ground of, oh, that's not what it was. It's very creepy to me that you painted the picture of the two daughters and the other children are not involved. It's weird that he's not in the photo with the kids. Maybe that could have made it better. But you should have stuck to the safe side and painted him. I don't know if your intention was to get to his heartstrings, but that was a bad move. And to all the weirdos saying, don't post your kids online, don't post your kids. No, let's talk to the weirdos. Don't be painting people's children. Don't be focused on people's children. Don't be posting pictures of people's children. Leave the children alone. Post the man. Paint the man. Because I agree. It was weird. And now you got DaBaby telling you that if he see you, it's on and popping, and we know he plays those games. So why would you even play with him? After he rejected the picture, why would you play with him? You
You don't like life, do you? You must not.
I just love how when y'all like somebody, y'all just start making up bogus excuses for them. This the best angle that you could come with. This is the best excuse that you could come up with, is to try to make it seem like that man had some type of bad intent by painting DaBaby's daughters as if he was like on some weirdo type stuff of painting some little kids. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. DaBaby done showed us what his daughters look like, and that man just painted a portrait of the girls together. Why would he have to assume that he needed to put DaBaby in the picture with the daughters? He painted a portrait of that man's kids. I'm probably assuming he thought that he would like that, right? A portrait of your daughters together? Like, that's like if somebody painted a picture of my dog. I don't have to be in the portrait of my dog. It's a portrait of my dog. It's to show love to me by painting something that you know that I love, which is my dog. He loved his daughters. That man painted a picture of his daughters. I don't think for 1 minute that man had any weird intent behind it, like it was on some pedo types. I don't think that that's where it was going. And y'all are reaching real bad just to try to cover and make it seem like DaBaby didn't react in a negative way. He definitely did. He did. And you need to get us a rest, all right? Because you reaching and your arm must hurt. Just because you like somebody don't mean that you have to ride for every bad thing that they do.
Now, since that clip has been circulating, DaBaby did make a video expressing how he was not feeling the artist painting his daughters, you know, just coming to him from a father's point of view. He wasn't feeling it. The artist went and posted the painting on his IG, and DaBaby responded on the man's IG. Now, I'm gonna paraphrase, but DaBaby said, look, nigga, you is out here trying to clout chase, all right? You is trying to get your name up off of my name, and I ain't having that. Now, when the Lord put me in front of you again, it's going to be up and stuck. It's going to be on sight. That's basically what he's saying. Now, let me know. Is the artist taking this a little too far now and trying to get clout off DaBaby? Should he just remove the picture because it's affecting DaBaby? You know, he's a parent and he just don't want his kids out there like that. Or is DaBaby just tripping? The man is an artist and he's just displaying his work. It took him a long time to paint this and he's just displaying his artwork. Y'all let me know, because I'm a parent, and it might be one of those situations where if you don't have kids, you might not really understand it. I may feel some type of way. I don't know. If I was in that situation, I don't know. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, what? If you made it to the end of the video, you must have caught a vibe. I said, what? I said, you must have caught a vibe. Hey, so subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.